Hi class, so what I want to do in this video here is explain to you the format of the final exam and talk to you about how you're going to submit it. So if you look back in the outline for our course syllabus here, we have one final exam that's worth 100 points or 25% of your exam. Now I'm going to modify the syllabus a little bit. So the final exam says it's going to open on Friday 8/20. I'm actually going to post it early and I'm going to explain why in the video. So when you log into the class under course content and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see that your final exam folder is open here. So I'm going to click on it. And what you'll notice here is your final exam. There's going to be 4 online exams you need to take. Okay, they're through Blackboard, and I'll open up one so you can kind of just see it in a second. But so these are posted and these are due. You have to have them completed. It has to be completed and submitted by Friday the 20th. Let me see, let me verify that. Yeah, Friday the 20th. By 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you need to make sure that you click submit by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You need to have all these done. So under our course content, just going back a second, you're used to seeing this because you log into the class daily. Our course is is broken up into 10 units. Okay, so I've taken your final exam and I've split it into 4 parts. Okay, part 1 covers units 1, 2, and 3. It's 19 questions. Part 2 covers units 4 and 5. It's 15 questions. Part 3 covers units 6 and 7. It's 11 questions. And part 4 covers unit 8, 9, and 10, and it's 12 questions. And each of these parts are worth 25 points. Okay, so if you had to take all the 25 points, add them up, you get the 100 points for your final. So these notes are open notes and open calculator. Okay, so you can use whatever materials you need to help you to help you complete the exam. You don't need to complete all the parts in one day. What I suggest you do is after you finish unit number 3, which you would have finished on Sunday, you go and take this exam, part 1, while this is still fresh in your mind. And then after you finish unit number 5, you take part 2. After you finish unit number 7, you take part 3. And then after you finish the last unit, number 10, you take part 4. This way, and for example, final exam 1 only has questions from 1, 2, and 3 on it. Final exam 2 only has questions from units 4 and 5 on it. So you want to take this exam while it's still these parts while they're fresh in your mind. You'll be able to see your score immediately on the exam. You just won't be able to see the solutions. That's just to prevent cheating. So the solutions to the finals will be released to you when you click under student grades. You'll be able to see the solutions after the 20th. So the formats of the exam are all the same way. So I'm just going to load up the first part. Okay. So once you begin an exam, you have to complete it. It must be completed in one sitting. Okay. You can't log out and log back in. So I'm going to click begin. And the exams are, a mix of multiple choice. So if you think, like, for example, if you think question 2, the answer is A, you would just click A right here. And then you can save your answer if you want. Some of them require you to input like how many total trees. You'd have to read this histogram and figure out the total, and then you'd have to put in the answer here, okay, and so on. Pay attention to what it tells you to round the decimal points to. If it doesn't say, round to anything, it probably means that the answer is a whole number. And you can just put in your answers here, okay? If it's a negative number, I'm not saying that this problem is a negative number, but you'll put in negative, whatever here, okay? For something like this, if it says what is the slope and it doesn't say to round to 4 decimal places, if the slope comes back in your calculator as 2.5, put 2.5 in there, okay? And so on. And you can just see, some of the things require multiple choice, some of them require you to input answers here, okay? Otherwise, the reason I also suggest you take it early is if you take the final and something happens, okay, you can email me, and depending on the situation, we can work through it together. But one thing that I've noticed is a lot of students are waiting until Sunday night to complete the homeworks for the week. I would not do this on this exam, okay? Like as soon as you finish a unit, I would take it, get it out of the way, and move on. Otherwise, they're posted for you now. You're ready to take them. And if you have any questions, please email me or post to the discussion board.